A summer to remember. Once upon a time, in a small town by the sea, lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was sweet and kind. She had big, brown eyes and long, curly hair. Every summer, she worked at her family's ice cream shop, serving delicious ice cream to happy customers. One sunny day, a new boy came to town. His name was Jake. Jake was tall and handsome, with short, dark hair and bright blue eyes. He moved to the town to live with his grandmother for the summer. Jake loved to surf and spend time at the beach. One afternoon, Jake walked into Lily's ice cream shop. It was a hot day, and he wanted something cool to eat. As he looked at the menu, Lily noticed him. She smiled and asked, "What would you like?" Jake smiled back. "I'll have a scoop of chocolate ice cream, please," he said. Lily quickly scooped the ice cream and handed it to Jake. "Here you go," she said. "Thank you," Jake replied. "I'm Jake, by the way." "Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Lily," she said. Jake enjoyed his ice cream and left the shop, but he couldn't stop thinking about Lily. She was so friendly and beautiful. The next day, Jake came back to the shop. This time, he asked for strawberry ice cream. Again, Lily smiled and served him. Every day, Jake came to the ice cream shop. He tried different flavors, but the real reason he came was to see Lily. They talked and laughed together. Jake told Lily about his surfing adventures, and Lily shared stories about the town. One evening, as the sun was setting, Jake asked Lily to take a walk on the beach. She agreed, and they walked along the shore, the waves gently crashing at their feet. They talked about their dreams and hopes for the future. Jake wanted to travel the world, and Lily dreamed of becoming a famous artist. As the days went by, Jake and Lily grew closer. They spent every moment they could together. They had picnics in the park, watched the stars at night, and even went surfing together. Lily wasn't very good at surfing, but Jake was patient and taught her. One day, while they were sitting on the beach, Jake looked at Lily and said, "I think I'm falling in love with you." Lily blushed and looked into Jake's eyes. "I think I'm falling in love with you too," she said softly. From that moment on, Jake and Lily were inseparable. They were so happy together. The whole town could see how much they cared for each other. As the summer came to an end, they both felt sad. Jake had to return to his hometown, and Lily had to start school again. On their last night together, they sat on the beach, holding hands and watching the stars. Jake turned to Lily and said, "This summer has been the best time of my life. I'll never forget you." Lily felt tears in her eyes. "I'll never forget you either, Jake. You will always be in my heart." They promised to write letters and stay in touch. Even though they lived far apart, their love remained strong. They wrote letters every week, sharing their thoughts and feelings. Every summer, Jake returned to the town to visit Lily. They continued to create beautiful memories together. Years passed, and Jake and Lily grew up, but their love never faded. One summer, Jake came back to the town with a special surprise. He took Lily to the beach where they first walked together. Under the starry sky, Jake got down on one knee and said, "Lily, will you marry me?" With tears of joy, Lily said, "Yes, Jake, I will marry you." They hugged and kissed, knowing that their love story was just beginning. Jake and Lily got married in a small ceremony by the sea, surrounded by family and friends. They built a life together filled with love, adventure, and happiness. And so, Jake and Lily lived happily ever after, always remembering the summer that brought them together. A lifetime of love. After their beautiful wedding by the sea, Jake and Lily moved to a cozy cottage near the beach. They loved their new home and enjoyed the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. Every morning, they watched the sunrise together, grateful for their love and the life they had built. Jake found a job as a surf instructor, teaching people of all ages how to ride the waves. He loved sharing his passion for surfing with others, and his students admired his patience and skill. Lily, on the other hand, pursued her dream of becoming an artist. She set up a small studio in their cottage and painted beautiful seascapes, capturing the magic of the ocean and their special town. One day, as Jake was teaching a group of children to surf, he noticed a familiar face among them. It was Anna, a young girl who had recently moved to town with her family. She was shy and hesitant at first, but Jake's encouragement and gentle teaching style helped her gain confidence. Anna quickly became one of Jake's best students, and her parents were grateful for the positive impact he had on her life. Meanwhile, Lily's art began to gain recognition. She held her first art exhibition in a local gallery, and people from all over town came to see her paintings. They were captivated by the beauty and emotion in her work. One painting, in particular, caught everyone's attention. It was a portrait of Jake surfing at sunset, with a look of pure joy on his face. Jake was so proud of Lily's success. He stood by her side at the exhibition, holding her hand and beaming with pride. "Your paintings are amazing, Lily," he said. "I'm so lucky to have you in my life." Lily smiled and squeezed his hand. "I feel the same way about you, Jake. You've always supported me and believed in my dreams." As the years passed, Jake and Lily continued to support each other in their careers and personal lives. They faced challenges together, always finding strength in their love for one another. When Jake's grandmother passed away, Lily was there to comfort him and help him through the tough times. And when Lily faced a creative block and struggled to find inspiration for her art, Jake took her on trips to beautiful places, hoping to spark her creativity. One day, Jake surprised Lily with a trip to a small island they had never visited before. The island was surrounded by crystal-clear waters and had white sandy beaches. They spent their days exploring, snorkeling, and enjoying the natural beauty around them. On the last day of their trip, they hiked to the top of a hill to watch the sunset. As they sat together, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Jake turned to Lily and said, "I have another surprise for you." Lily looked at him curiously. "What is it?" Jake reached into his bag and pulled out a small, velvet box. He opened it to reveal a beautiful necklace with a seashell pendant. "This seashell reminds me of the first summer we met," he said. "I want you to have it as a symbol of our love and all the wonderful memories we've shared." Lily's eyes filled with tears as she took the necklace and put it on. "It's perfect, Jake. Thank you. I love you so much." "I love you too, Lily," Jake said, kissing her gently. Their love continued to grow stronger with each passing year. They celebrated their anniversaries with special trips and thoughtful gifts, always cherishing their time together. When they decided to start a family, they were overjoyed to welcome their daughter, Emma, into the world. Emma was a sweet and curious child, with Lily's big, brown eyes and Jake's adventurous spirit. Jake and Lily taught Emma to appreciate the simple pleasures in life, the beauty of the ocean, the joy of creating art, and the importance of kindness and love. Emma grew up in a home filled with laughter, love, and endless support from her parents. As Emma grew older, she developed the love for music. She spent hours playing the piano and singing, her melodies filling the cottage with warmth and happiness. Jake and Lily encouraged her passion, attending all her recitals and cheering her on every step of the way. One summer, when Emma was a teenager, she decided to organize a beach concert to raise money for a local charity. She invited her friends to perform, and together they put on a wonderful show. The whole town came to support them, and the concert was a huge success. Jake and Lily were incredibly proud of Emma and her generous spirit. On the night of the concert, as they stood on the beach watching the fireworks light up the sky, Jake took Lily's hand and said, "We've built a beautiful life together, haven't we?" Lily smiled and leaned her head on Jake's shoulder. "Yes, we have. And it all started with a simple scoop of ice cream." They both laughed, remembering the day they first met. It was a memory they cherished, a reminder of how their love story began. They knew that no matter what the future held, they would always have each other and the love they shared. As the years went by, Jake and Lily watched Emma grow into a talented and compassionate young woman. She went off to college to study music, but always returned home during the holidays to spend time with her family. Jake and Lily continued to support each other, enjoying their quiet life by the sea. One evening, as they were sitting on the porch watching the sunset, Jake turned to Lily and said, "I have something I want to tell you." Lily looked at him with a curious expression. "What is it, Jake?" "I've been thinking a lot about our life together," he said. "We've had so many wonderful adventures, but there's one more thing I want to do with you." Lily smiled. "And what is that?" "I want to travel the world with you," Jake said. just like we always dreamed about when we were young. Lily's eyes lit up with excitement. I would love that, Jake. Let's do it. And so, they set off on a new adventure. They traveled to far-off places, exploring new cultures and meeting new people. They visited bustling cities, serene countryside, and remote islands, always finding beauty in the world around them. They made new memories, but never forgot the town by the sea where their love story began. As they grew older, they continued to cherish each other and the life they had built together. They knew that true love was about more than just the moments of joy and happiness. It was about facing challenges together, supporting each other, and always finding strength in their love. One day, as they sat on a hilltop in a foreign land, watching the sunset, Jake took Lily's hand and said, "No matter where we go or what we do, you will always be my home." Lily smiled and squeezed his hand. "And you will always be mine, Jake." And so, they lived out their days, always together, always in love, knowing that their hearts would forever be connected by the beautiful story they had created. A new chapter. Jake and Lily had lived a life full of adventure, love, and happiness. After traveling the world, they decided to return to their beloved town by the sea. They missed the familiar sound of the waves, the smell of the salty air, and the friendly faces of their neighbors. They moved back into their cozy cottage and resumed their peaceful life. Their daughter, Emma, had finished college and moved to a nearby city to pursue her career in music. She visited Jake and Lily often, bringing stories of her new experiences and the songs she was writing. They were so proud of her and the compassionate, talented woman she had become. One summer, Emma met a young man named Ryan. He was a fellow musician with a kind heart and a love for adventure. Emma introduced Ryan to Jake and Lily, and they immediately saw how happy he made her. Ryan was polite, thoughtful, and had a great sense of humor. Jake and Lily welcomed him into their family with open arms. As the seasons changed, Jake and Lily's lives remained full of love and joy. They continued to spend their days enjoying the simple pleasures of lifelong walks on the beach, painting in Lily's studio, and watching the sunset from their porch. They cherished every moment together. One autumn day, Jake received a letter in the mail. It was an invitation to a surfing competition in a nearby town. The event organizers wanted to honor Jake for his contributions to the surfing community and his years of teaching others. Jake was thrilled and a bit nostalgic, remembering his days as a young surfer. The day of the competition arrived, and the whole town turned out to support Jake. Emma and Ryan were there, cheering him on. Jake hadn't surfed in a competition for many years, but he felt confident and excited. As he rode the waves, he felt the same exhilaration he had felt as a young man. He performed beautifully, impressing everyone with his skills and grace. After the competition, there was a big celebration on the beach. Jake was awarded a special trophy and thanked everyone for their support. He looked at Lily, who was beaming with pride, and said, "This trophy is as much yours as it is mine. Thank you for always believing in me." Lily hugged him tightly. "I'm so proud of you, Jake. You've always been my hero." As the years passed, Jake and Lily continued to find joy in their everyday lives. They celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary with a big party. Surrounded by family and friends, Emma and Ryan played a beautiful song they had written just for the occasion, bringing tears to everyone's eyes. One winter, Jake and Lily decided to take a trip to a small mountain village they had always wanted to visit. The village was known for its stunning views and charming cottages. They spent their days exploring the snowy landscapes, cozying up by the fire, and on the last night of their trip, they took a sleigh ride through the village. The snow was falling gently, and the village lights twinkled like stars. Jake and Lily held hands, feeling grateful for the life they had shared. "Do you remember the first time we walked on the beach together?" Jake asked, smiling. Lily nodded, her eyes shining. "Of course, it feels like it was just yesterday." Jake looked at Lily with love and said, "I wouldn't trade a single moment of our life together. You've made every day an adventure." Lily kissed Jake's cheek, and you've made every day a joy. As they returned to their cottage by the sea, they knew their love story was still unfolding. They continued to support each other, laugh together, and cherish every moment. They knew that true love was a journey, not a destination, and they were grateful to walk that journey together. One spring morning, as the flowers were blooming and the air was filled with the sweet scent of jasmine, Jake and Lily received wonderful news. Emma and Ryan were expecting a baby. Jake and Lily were overjoyed at the thought of becoming grandparents. They couldn't wait to share their love and wisdom with the newest member of their family. Months later, Emma gave birth to a beautiful baby boy named Oliver. Jake and Lily were there to welcome him into the world, their hearts bursting with love and pride. They spent their days doting on their grandson, telling him stories, and watching him grow. Jake and Lily's cottage was filled with the sounds of laughter and the pitter-patter of little feet. Oliver loved playing on the beach, just like his grandparents. Jake taught him how to build sandcastles and skip stones, while Lily showed him how to paint the sea and sky. One evening, as the sun was setting and the sky was painted with hues of pink and orange, Jake and Lily sat on the porch with Oliver. The little boy looked up at them with wide eyes and asked, "Grandpa, Grandma, can you tell me the story of how you met?" Jake and Lily smiled at each other. They loved telling the story of their first meeting. Jake began. "Well, it all started with a scoop of chocolate ice cream." As they shared their story with Oliver, they were reminded of how far they had come and how much they had shared. Their love had grown and blossomed, just like the flowers in spring. Years passed, and Oliver grew into a kind and curious young boy. He loved spending time with his grandparents, learning from their stories and experiences. Jake and Lily continued to find joy in their family, knowing that their love had created a beautiful legacy. One summer evening, as they sat on the beach watching the waves, Lily turned to Jake and said, "Our love story has been more wonderful than I ever imagined." Jake nodded, holding her hand. "It's been a beautiful journey, Lily, and it's not over yet." And so, Jake and Lily continued to live their lives with love and gratitude. They knew that the moments they shared were precious and that their love would forever be a guiding light for their family. As the years went by, they remained each other's greatest support and joy. They had built a life full of love, adventure, and happiness, a life that would be remembered and cherished by those who came after them. A legacy of love. As the years continued to pass, Jake and Lily's love story inspired everyone around them. Their home became a gathering place for family and friends, filled with laughter, love, and the sweet smell of homemade cookies that Lily loved to bake. Emma and Ryan, now parents of 2 children, Oliver and his younger sister, Grace, visited often. Oliver, now a teenager, had inherited his grandparents' love for the sea and spent many afternoons surfing with Jake. Grace, with her mother's musical talent, filled the cottage with beautiful melodies on the piano. One day, as Jake and Lily were sitting on their porch, reminiscing about their past adventures, they decided it was time to share their story more broadly. They wanted to leave a lasting legacy for their grandchildren and for the town that had given them so much happiness. Lily suggested they write a book about their life together. Jake loved the idea and agreed. They spent countless hours together, recalling their fondest memories, from their first meeting at the ice cream shop to their travels around the world and the joys of raising their family. The book, titled A Summer to Remember, was filled with their adventures, love, and the lessons they had learned along the way. Emma helped them with the editing, and Ryan composed a special piece of music to accompany the book. It was a true family project, reflecting the deep bonds they shared. When the book was finally published, the whole town celebrated. There was a book launch event at the local community center, and many people came to listen to Jake and Lily share excerpts from their story. Emma and Ryan performed the musical piece, and Oliver and Grace helped sell copies of the book. The book quickly became a local favorite, and many people were touched by Jake and Lily's love story. Their words resonated with readers, reminding them of the power of love, resilience, and shared dreams. The book's success brought a sense of fulfillment to Jake and Lily, knowing they had created something meaningful for their family and community. As they continued to enjoy their golden years, Jake and Lily also took on new roles as mentors to younger couples in the town. They offered advice, shared their experiences, and provided a listening ear. Many young people found inspiration in their story and appreciated their wisdom. One autumn day, Emma and Ryan approached Jake and Lily with a special request. They wanted to renew their wedding vows and asked if they could hold the ceremony on the beach where Jake and Lily had their first walk together. Jake and Lily were thrilled and agreed enthusiastically. The vow renewal ceremony was a beautiful and emotional event. Friends and family gathered on the beach, the setting sun casting a golden glow over the sand and sea. Emma and Ryan reaffirmed their love for each other, with Oliver and Grace standing proudly by their side. The vow renewal ceremony was a beautiful and emotional event. Friends and family gathered on the beach, the setting sun casting a golden glow over the sand and sea. Emma and Ryan reaffirmed their love for each other, with Oliver and Grace standing proudly by their side. Jake and Lily felt an overwhelming sense of joy and pride as they watched their daughter and son-in-law exchange vows. It was a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the importance of family. After the ceremony, there was a festive celebration on the beach. There were music, dancing, and plenty of laughter. As the night drew to a close, Jake and Lily sat together, watching the stars and reflecting on their journey. Lily turned to Jake and said, "Our love has touched so many lives. I'm so grateful for every moment we've shared." Jake smiled and kissed her hand. "Me too, Lily. Our story isn't just about us. It's about the love we've spread and the legacy we're leaving behind." In the following years, Jake and Lily continued to enjoy their life together. They celebrated their milestones, supported their grandchildren's dreams, and remained a pillar of strength and love for their family and community. One day, as they were sitting on their porch watching the waves, Lily took Jake's hand and said, "We've lived a full and beautiful life. I feel so blessed to have shared it with you." Jake squeezed her hand gently. "And I with you, Lily. You've been my greatest adventure." As time passed, Jake and Lily's health began to decline, but their love never wavered. They remained each other's greatest comfort and joy, facing the challenges of aging with grace and strength. In their final years, they were surrounded by the love and care of their family. Emma, Ryan, Oliver, and Grace spent as much time as possible with them, cherishing every moment. The cottage by the sea, filled with memories and love, remained a haven for the entire family. One peaceful evening, with the sound of the waves lulling them to sleep, Jake and Lily passed away, holding hands and surrounded by their loved ones. They left this world as they had lived in it together, in love and at peace. The town mourned their loss but celebrated their remarkable lives. Jake and Lily's story had become a symbol of enduring love and the beauty of a life well lived. Their book, A Summer to Remember, continued to inspire future generations, and their legacy lived on in the hearts of those they had touched. Emma and Ryan, along with Oliver and Grace, carried forward the lessons of love, kindness, and resilience that Jake and Lily had taught them. They made sure to honor their memory by living their lives with the same spirit of adventure and joy. And so, the love story of Jake and Lily continued to resonate, a testament to the power of love and the beauty of a shared journey. Their legacy was not just in the memories they left behind, but in the lives they had touched and the love they had spread. A new beginning. Jake and Lily's passing marked the end of an era for their family and the small seaside town. The community came together to honor their memory, holding a special ceremony on the beach where they had shared so many precious moments. Emma, Ryan, Oliver, and Grace found comfort in the outpouring of love and support from their friends and neighbors. In the months that followed, the family worked together to preserve Jake and Lily's legacy. They turned the cottage by the sea into a place of remembrance and inspiration. It became a small museum and community center, dedicated to their life and love story. The walls were adorned with Lily's beautiful paintings and photographs capturing their adventures, while copies of their book, A Summer to Remember, were available for visitors to read. Oliver, now a young man with a deep appreciation for his grandparents' story, decided to follow in his grandfather's footsteps. He became a surf instructor, teaching people of all ages how to ride the waves. He found joy in sharing his passion for the sea and often told his students about Jake's influence on his life. Oliver's classes were always full, and he became a beloved figure in the town. Grace, inspired by her grandmother's artistic talent, pursued a career in music and visual arts. She combined her love for both by creating multimedia art installations that told stories through music and imagery. Her work was deeply emotional and resonated with many people. Grace held exhibitions in the community center, drawing visitors from near and far. Emma and Ryan, ever supportive of their children's dreams, continued to live in the nearby city but spent many weekends at the cottage. They took care of the museum and organized events that celebrated Jake and Lily's legacy. They hosted art workshops, surf competitions, and storytelling evenings, ensuring that the spirit of love, adventure, and community thrived. One summer, as the family was gathered at the cottage, Grace approached her brother with an idea. "Oliver, what do you think about organizing a big event to celebrate Grandpa and Grandma's love story? Something that brings the whole town together?" Oliver smiled. "That sounds like a wonderful idea, Grace. What do you have in mind?" Grace's eyes sparkled with excitement. "How about a festival? We can have music, art, surfing competitions, and storytelling sessions. We can call it the Summer to Remember Festival. It will be a tribute to their love and everything they cherished." Emma and Ryan loved the idea, and the family set to work organizing the festival. The town quickly embraced the idea, and many people volunteered to help. There was a sense of anticipation and excitement as the festival drew closer. Emma and Ryan loved the idea, and the family set to work organizing the festival. The town quickly embraced the idea, and many people volunteered to help. There was a sense of anticipation and excitement as the festival drew closer. When the day of the festival arrived, the beach and the community center were transformed into vibrant, bustling spaces. There were tents and booths offering delicious food, handmade crafts, and local artwork. A stage was set up for musical performances, and a section of the beach was designated for surfing competitions. The festival began with a heartfelt opening ceremony. Emma stood on the stage, holding a microphone, with Ryan, Oliver, and Grace by her side. "Welcome, everyone," she began. "Today, we gather to celebrate the incredible love story of Jake and Lily, my parents. They taught us the importance of love, adventure, and community. This festival is a tribute to their beautiful legacy." The crowd applauded warmly. Throughout the day, the beach was filled with laughter, music, and the sound of crashing waves. Oliver's surfing competition drew participants of all ages, and he was proud to see so many people enjoying the sport his grandfather loved. Grace's art installation, inspired by Lily's paintings and the family's journey, was a highlight of the festival. It featured a series of panels that told the story of Jake and Lily's life, accompanied by Grace's hauntingly beautiful music. Visitors moved through the installation, many with tears in their eyes, deeply touched by the love and creativity on display. As evening fell, the festival concluded with a special storytelling session. People gathered around a bonfire on the beach, sharing their favorite memories of Jake and Lily. Emma and Ryan recounted tales from their childhood, while Oliver and Grace shared stories of their grandparents' wisdom and kindness. Finally, Emma stood up and read a passage from A Summer to Remember. Her voice trembled with emotion as she read the words that had inspired so many. "Our love story is not just about us. It's about the love we've spread and the legacy we've left behind." The festival was a resounding success, and the family knew they had created something truly special. The Summer to Remember Festival became an annual tradition, bringing the community together to celebrate love, creativity, and the enduring legacy of Jake and Lily. As the years passed, the family continued to honor Jake and Lily's memory in their daily lives. Oliver became a respected leader in the community, advocating for environmental conservation and the preservation of the town's natural beauty. Grace's art reached new heights, and she gained recognition for her innovative work that blended music and visual storytelling. Emma and Ryan, now grandparents themselves, delighted in watching their own grandchildren grow and discover the world. They shared stories of Jake and Lily, ensuring that the family's history and values were passed down through the generations. One day, as Emma and Ryan sat on the porch of the cottage, watching their grandchildren play on the beach, Emma turned to Ryan and said, "I think Mom and Dad would be so proud of us." Ryan nodded, wrapping his arm around her. "They would. We've carried their love forward, and it's made all the difference. The love story of Jake and Lily continued to inspire and touch lives, a testament to the power of love and the beauty of a life well lived. Their legacy of love, adventure, and community lived on, a beacon of hope and joy for all who knew their story.